Today on Heavy Metal Frequency, I'm reviewing Norther, Till Death Unites Us. The first few Norther and Children of Bodom albums kind of, not necessarily parallel each other, but they're kind of interesting because they have some similarities. They diverge partly with Till Death Unites Us, and so Norther still maintained their melodeath plus other stuff status, like melodic death metal with bits of power metal, but it's more exacerbated on here. I feel like they kind of became like a melodic death metal, progressive metal band, but not quite to the extent of bands like Scar Symmetry or Solution 45, like the Canadian melodeath bands. It was something more unique to them. Also, Wintersun did that as well. But anyway, so something more unique to Norther in that they kind of turned into a twin vocalist band eventually, but it started here with a lot more clean vocals and not just the COB style gang vocals. And so they shied away from that. And so it's also interesting because it's the Children of Bodom had some monochromatic album covers, and Till Death Unites Us is more, it's red, orange, and stuff. And so this is like a counterpoint of this is kind of like a counterpoint of Hate Crew Death Roll. So Throwing My Life Away is a really excellent opener. It's really catchy. It's really cool. Drowning slows it down, and Throwing My Life Away is like a more like straightforward melodeath song for Norther. Drowning slows it down slightly. It's really catchy. Another straightforward melodeath song. Norther is kind of brilliant because most of the song is lyrically composed of Norther song titles. It's one of the most fascinating things I've seen. One of the most fascinating things I've heard a band do. It's really cool. Everything is really cool. It's one of their, like, I call them Norther's evil power ballads. It's one of their evil power ballads, which is cool. Evil Ladies is kind of funny. Omen's another one of their evil power ballads, slightly subverted because it's a little bit lighter than some of the other stuff on here. Scream has a bass solo on it that's cool. It's another really cool one. I try to keep this clean a little bit. The next song is like a lot of reviewers like to say this is an anthem, that's an anthem, everything's an anthem. And so it's really, really neat song. You can look up track 8 if you would like. I'll wait. Yeah, I know you wanted to look that up. So Alone in the End is another sort of power balladish song. It reminds me of Death Unlimited. It's really interesting. It's like a Death Unlimited type song. Die's really cool. It's Die reminds me of Mirror of Madness type stuff for some reason. Wasted Years is fantastic. I thought it was going to be an Iron Maiden cover. It wasn't, and it's really cool. And then The End of Our Lives is an excellent closer. The one thing I wish that Wasted Years was the final song on here. The extra tracks from Solution 7 are interesting because normally they would do a cover, and there is no cover on this or the subsequent EP. It's really interesting. So I think it ended up like the Japanese bonus track version is like 17 tracks. I used to have a copy in college. It was cool, but this is a fantastic like melodeath plus other stuff is what I'll say here. Like melodeath with elements of things like black metal and thrash and stuff. Petrie's vocals remind me more of black metal. There's always like a black metal element to the some of the Finnish bands, especially the Children of Bodom-esque ones. So this is fantastic. I love it. Norther is one of my favorite bands ever, and I highly suggest you pick up a copy of this. Thank you.